September, the Ravens lost a thriller in their first game against the Browns. Can Cleveland do it again? Find out next.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't.
Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's Week 11. Johnson now on the return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out, going strong well over a decade now after entering the league as a first-rounder out of Delaware, it's Joe Flacco.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. That's complete, David Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. they're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that brings up 4th and short. They'll run for this. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. To throw it on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound, thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. It's an option to the left side. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's Henry on the option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught for the first. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll run here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Teerlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to his running back.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of...
You just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, partner, but I thought we were coming here to call an NFL game, but this is starting more like a baseball game. 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. No, just kidding. Still just the first quarter here this afternoon.
Yeah, it feels like a pitcher's duel too, right? I mean, there's just a low-scoring affair here out the gate. I'll tell you what this does do, though, Kate. Right in this world of analytics and looking at scores, this starts to screw that just conventional wisdom up. When you get an oddball like this, a safety early, just watch over the course of this game how it may affect some of the decision-making of the coaches.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He lofts it deep, right sideline. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. How about this? It's a 2-0 ball game. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Into the hands of Likely. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Bateman hauls it in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Ravens push the lead to 2 scores now. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. In their last drive, reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points, so trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. Throwing now on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. He finds space for a few yards that time. Justin Matabike making that stop. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw now. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
He has it at the 22. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Another run for Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Jackson now on 3rd. Gets this to Bateman. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. From the gun, it's 4. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
It's second and 8.
From the 28. Got him in. It's Njoku. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Throwing on second and real long here. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense some better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Ravens will go on offense. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left with 4th down here. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Browns will go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. Avoids the sack. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's the one back on the handoff. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Give that tackle to Broderick Washington. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now looking to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
1st down throw for Jackson. This finds Likely. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43, taken in by Likely. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Ravens pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. 1st down, here's Lamar. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 3 now. Lamar throwing again. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Jackson yet again. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Now this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens go up by 19. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Johnson with a return here. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Browns going on offense here very late in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. To throw here on first down. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They're throwing it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Lamar now from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. A give right side to Henry. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. So we've reached the halftime break. It's the Ravens leading so far on the road. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. J.J. McCarthy leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love strong in the win as his guys run their record to 8-2 with the W. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks with an important win as they keep pace in the playoff picture and get their record up to 6-4 with the win. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. And look at this return. Races past midfield. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Man in motion, out of the slot. Play action now with Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain from the secondary. Grant Delpit on the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lamar out of the pistol. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Man in motion, headed right. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson buys time, rolling right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will add to their score.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Looking for a throw here. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jair Alexander with the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Ravens go in nickel, third down.
Brings up third down and 8.
Throwing now from the gun. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. Trying to hit Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. The drive begins with Henry, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing third and long. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's incomplete left side. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this at the 19. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. This one returned for 11 yards. And they're going to take over possession. The Browns getting their offense out there. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We get a pause here. They call for a stoppage as we see Jerry Jeudy injured on the play. Worrying sight given his history, but hopefully it's nothing major. Second and 3. That one complete to Njoku. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. TJ Tampa there on the tackle. All plays on the table here for third and 3. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. All plays on the table here for third and 3. They'll throw it. Dumped off to his running back.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
The Browns are lined up to punt. He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Here's Henry on the option. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time. He's
got a gain of 6 there. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. That's going to be 6 on the run, so that brings up 3rd and right around 8. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jump the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Jackson now, 3rd and long. Sheds off a rusher. Oh, he's going to run for it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. He's got it, and he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards, and they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Ford. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 23-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Looking that time for Deontay Johnson. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Setting up a throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Now here's Lamar. Throwing this back in the end zone. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Back to throw on 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Baltimore running its offense out now. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This from 40 on the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Browns and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 32. That's completed right side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Browns a 1st. He's going to throw this one. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Got a man, it's Njoku. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Pass play coming here. Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
He's dropping back to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Desperation time here on fourth. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns making the scoreboard look a touch better. Deontay Johnson with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
This one is up and good. And the Browns make it an 18-point game. Hopkins has it on the tee and he's ready to send it flying. Wallace with a return here. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings us 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Running once more with Henry. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 2 yards on the pickup, and that'll be first down, Baltimore.
The pickup is 2 yards, and the Ravens first down.
Here's the handoff, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he drives it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Henry. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of only 1. Still 3 yards to go here on 4th down. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And they'll down this kick at the 11-yard line, so long field ahead on this next possession. Back out runs their offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Handoff on 2nd and short. A lot of grass ahead. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 17 yards.
Back now, pressure on its way. Hits him on the out route. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
13 yards on the play. And the Browns.
Ford straight ahead. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Offense in the hurry up here.
Right at midfield. 2 yards on the pickup.
Another one for Ford. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Working quickly here.
Gain of 10 yards. That's another Browns.
To throw here on first down. Connects with Thrash. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2.
32-yard
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Browns first down.
This is Ford. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
10 yards. That's another Browns.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Complete.
Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Ford
and
running to the right.
at the Ravens 6-yard line.
And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions. On his Hopkins for the extra point. Near that right upright, but it sneaks in. And the Browns make it an 11-point ball game. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
This is Henry on 2nd. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.